Hi guys, welcome back. It is back to the bar today, but instead of working lower body, although there will be a little bit of that also, we are focusing on the abs. So it's going to be partially standing, partially down on the mat. You will need a light set of hand weights for this workout that we're going to use throughout. So go ahead, grab those, roll out your mat, and let's do it. Hi guys, welcome. If you are new here, I know these bar videos do tend to bring in some new people. So if you are new around here, I'm so happy to have you. My name is Sarah. I do a lot of bar and Pilates workouts, as well as mixing in a little bit of cardio sometimes. So I hope that you will come back again. Best way to do that, of course, is hitting that subscribe button down below so you always know when a new video has gone up. My uploading schedule is generally Mondays and Thursdays, and I'm pretty consistent with that at the moment, hopefully through the end of the year. So lots of good stuff headed your way. Also, if you want to see some other fun stuff, so I do a lot of nutrition advice, just kind of lifestyle things. I'm also a health and nutrition coach. You can check all of that stuff out over on my Instagram, which is at F2D Fitness. So I will leave all the information down below, and we will get cracking on this workout that we all came here to do. So, quick little warm up here. We're just gonna stretch out the hips a little bit. So I want you to grab knee, hug it into the chest, release, and we'll just alternate sides. Little hug and release. So it is going to be a more ab-centered bar workout today, but still if it's bar, you can expect a little bit of lower body for sure, always. So we'll just make sure hips are nice and ready to play. And last one here. Good. And then go ahead, just split the feet wide here, toes pointing forward, and we'll take a little lunge side to side. So butt is pushing back, weight in the heels. Now, sadly, I don't know if any of the cats are going to make appearances today. They're all really, really quite sleepy. It's a sleepy morning around here, so I make no guarantees that you're going to see cats today. And then straighten both legs. I want you to touch the right hand down in center, stretch left arm up, find a nice little twist there, and we'll go ahead and switch. So left hand down, right arm reaches up, twist it there, and bring it down. Heel toe the feet back in to hip distance. Bend the knees, push the butt back. Slide hands up to the tops of the thighs. We're going to take a little cat-cow here. So you'll inhale, hollow, pulling shoulders back. Exhale, round, tuck in. Just warming up the spine and abs. Inhale, hollow. Exhale, round, tuck in. And this time, go ahead, roll all the way up to standing. And we are ready to get going. So I want you to grab your weights here to start. And we're gonna start nice safe bar position here. So feet nice and wide, toes turned out, weights in the hands, and you're gonna be holding the weights just at the ears here. So you can do this one of two ways. You can either have the palms turned in toward your ears, or you can face them forward. It's just gonna depend a little bit on the set of your shoulders, which feels nicer. So I don't care which one of those you do, just pick one. But weights are in position. I want you to come down into a nice big plie squat, and you're just gonna reach your left arm up and over, bring it down, press back up. That's it, same side repeating. So we slide down, knees of course pressing wide, reach over. There's a little bit of a tilt of the torso. We're of course squeezing the butt tight to keep it all together. On that tilt, notice that the legs do not move. They're just solid there. So it's just from the line of the hips. I'm keeping shoulder back. And if you're like, oh, but she's doing the right, I'm mirroring right now, which sometimes is tricky because I get my left and my right all mixed up, but I'm mirroring you. So you should be doing this with the left arm. 4 more here. Keeping tailbone tucked. Just keeping directly over the head there, not pressing forward of it. Should be feeling a nice stretch in the oblique. Navel, of course, is pinned in to the spine. Last one here, and then we're gonna pulse it. So you're gonna put a little bend back in the elbow, and we're gonna reach, reach, reach. So it's not in the legs at all, it's just in the side. Keep going for 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it back in. And I want you to turn out now over that right side. So turning toward your right, you're gonna be in a lunge position here, so toes pointing forward. And I want you to sink down into lunge, reach arms out in front of you. We're gonna be pulling that back knee in. So you're gonna tuck elbows to sides, curl the back actually around the knee, keep a little bit of bend in the front leg, and then step back to lunge, reach arms out. And again, so we tuck, back to lunge. Tuck, pause, back to lunge. So getting the lower abs, that's why I say really curl it into the chest. The back should actually round around it a little bit. Here's 4. And 1 more. Right here, step back to lunge, take both arms up overhead, pop up the front heel, and you're gonna pulse here for 20. Keeping hips straight. Low and slow, high heel lift. So getting that glute as well, why not? Here's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release, come back through center. So you'll notice that when we're pulsing that lunge, you really have to stay tucked and straight there, or it's gonna be all over the place. You're gonna be falling out of it all over the place. So back to where we started, we're just gonna switch sides. So this time, pressing the right arm up and over. We sink down, we press, we bring it back in and back up. I don't know why I'm out of breath from doing that just now. It's early for me, so I don't know. That's really no excuse. Keep it going here. So just focusing on keeping a flat back there, as if you were sliding down a wall. And every part of your back was staying in contact with that wall. Couple more here. And we're gonna stay here and you're gonna pulse it for 10, 9, 8, 7, now I am pulsing the legs, I don't know, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it in, you're gonna turn to the left. And I'm gonna turn to the right, so I'm still opposite here. So both feet tracking forward, hips tracking forward, tuck that back glute under, arms extend out in front of you, sink low into lunge. So don't just be completely forward here in lunge, we are gonna center it and come low into it. Tucking that back knee in. So it's a tuck, extend, and tuck, back to the lunge. Pausing each time so that you can feel the lower abs are responsible for it. They gotta be responsible for it. Don't let them get out of it. Here's 4, bit of balance as well. 1 more. Step back to that lunge again. Come low into it. Arms up overhead. Abs tight. Pop up the front heel. 20 pulses. So torso should be totally straight here. Here's 10. Shoulders stacking over the tailbone. No curve in the back. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down through center. And we're going to sink back into that play squat. One final time. So sit down low in it. Keep tailbone straight down. Arms by the ears. And we're just going to go to the other side. We go tilt to the right, to the left, to the right, to the left. So getting the obliques. Nice full extension. Stay low through the legs. Here's 10. Sit lower if you can. And 4, 3, I think I hear cat coming. 2, 1. Bring it down, press it back up. Bring the legs in, give them a little shake out here. You can drop your weights. There we go. And we're gonna come down to the mat at this point. So I want you to go ahead, step into a plank position, hands underneath shoulders, and we're gonna do a little windshield wiper here. So starting with the right leg, you're gonna go right knee to left elbow, pull it across to right elbow, step back to plank, other side. So we cross left to right, take it to the same side, bring it back. Keep alternating here at this nice slow, steady pace. Don't try to speed it up. I know the tricks, it's actually easier sped up. So I want you to keep it slow, again, so the lower abs have to take responsibility and they have to find that grip there. 4 more, keeping shoulders over wrists, and keep that knee as far forward as you can as you drag it across. Last one here on the left. Bring it back, and right knee now you're gonna bring to the right elbow. We're gonna go down to the wrist, up to the elbow. That's it, down to the wrist, up to the elbow. Down wrist, up elbow. So it's like a little push out of it. It's a lot of shoulder as well, not gonna lie, but it's a big burn for the abs. Woo. Here's 3, 2, 1. Step back, take a downward dog, or you could even drop the knees and take a quick child's pose there. But let the shoulders have a little bit of a break. We're gonna do that again. Yes, we are. So first alternating here. Right leg goes across, same side, step back, left. Cross, same side, step back. One of my favorite abdominal exercises. It is a killer though, but that's why we're here. 4 more. Woo-hoo. One last one, and then we're gonna repeat that little elbow to wrist motion on the left side. So bring it to elbow, we go down, pull up, down, pull up. Keeping it as close to the arm as possible. Here's 4. So butt is gonna lift. 3, 2, 1. Wow, those are killer. Okay. Press back, again, downward dog. Or drop the knees and take a child's pose, either way. And then we have one last thing in plank. I'm sorry, but I mean, nothing gets the abs better than planks. And that's just a fact. So yeah, there's gonna be a bit of planking. But this is the last thing. So come into a forearm plank here. Elbows under shoulders, step back. We're just gonna do a little mini tuck here. So you're pulling navel in, just like that. So see my butt barely went up, and release. Tuck in, release. 20 of these. Tuck, release. But big pull from the navel. So don't think of lifting the hips. They'll go up a little bit, but don't think of that as being the motion. It's a pull of the navel. Here's 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees down. Now we're all gonna take a child's pose. So if you did before,
Great, here's another one. If you didn't before, enjoy this one. Give it a little wiggle out. And then we're gonna flip around here. We get to lie down. But we are gonna be grabbing the weights again. So final little push here. We're grabbing the weights. We kind of come in every direction to target the abs. So weights, you're gonna be holding together here. So I'll kind of show you turn sideways as if you were just holding one larger weight. You're gonna hold them together. Keep the left knee bent, foot planted. Right leg is gonna extend out, lower back stays down. So it shouldn't be like this. See how there's that big gap between my lower back and the floor? No, close that up so you can lift the right leg a little higher. We're gonna take the arms overhead. Right knee comes in, I want you to crunch. So most of the back still stays down, but we're crunching with the chest and upper back. Weights to the top of that ankle, and we extend long. That's the movement. Let's go for 10. So we're gonna exhale, crunch in, inhale, extend, lower back stays down. Crunch, extend. I thought I heard a cat coming. I don't know. Maybe she changed her mind. Here's 4. Nice and controlled. Again, we don't want to go too fast. There should be a little bit of a pause at the top, just for like a fraction of a second. Last one here, extend, and then keep the arms where they are, but I want you to tuck the knee back into the chest, and we're gonna be rolling up. So I'll show you one of these again. You're gonna come whoop, all the way up. Leg does a little lift at the top, shoulders back, and they're gonna come all the way back down. Weights go back overhead. So keeping a flat back, it's not as hard as it looks. We're basically just following the motion of the leg, and we're gonna do 10 of these on the right. So knee tucks in. As we extend, we're following the leg. Little lift at the top, roll back, knee tucks into the chest. So don't overcomplicate it. That leg is essentially, in some ways, gonna be helping pull you up. I actually think these single leg roll-ups, for that reason, are easier than like if we had both feet on the floor. That's halfway. Few more. And one last one on this side. We'll lift, roll all the way back down, and we're gonna switch legs. So left leg extends out here, right foot is just planted, holding the weights together. So we start with leg long, arms overhead, hollowing out the navel. Tuck knee in, little curl over it. Extend, tuck in. Obviously, when you do that tuck in and that curl, lower back is going to press into the mat. So it's more something that you need to think about as you extend out long, because it will kind of want to lift away and hollow there if the abs are not fully engaged. So keep them squeezing. Here's 4. One more. And keep arms overhead. Draw the knee back in, and we're gonna follow that leg up. Here we go. Inhale. On the exhale, whoop, all the way up. A little lift at the top. Tuck it back in, and again. And the weights as well will actually kind of help you up with this one, because everything's just pushing forward. Basically, your torso has no choice but to follow. So it's actually the thing that feels the most natural in this one. I know sometimes like the exercise is like doing the thing that feels the least natural. In this case, I think it's actually quite intuitive. The thing that feels most natural is to follow that leg, and that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna follow the leg. Couple more here. And last one. And back down again. All right, we're gonna lift up both legs now. So knees together, ankles together. We're gonna do a double leg extension. So again, I want you to hold the weights together. Just as a little challenge here, you have options. So you can just hold the weights straight up over the chest. That's gonna be the mildest. Then a little bit harder, the farther back you go. Because what happens, the farther we bring those arms back, the more this is gonna wanna lift, which means we have to work harder to keep it pressed down. So if you want more of a challenge, you can go farther overhead, as long as the lower back does not leave the floor. So bring the arms into position, wherever you wanna have them. I'm gonna go and do a little bit over. And then at the same time, we're gonna tuck knees into the chest, extend long, keep lower back down there. So if the lower back just lift, inhale, tuck back in, then you're gonna have to go a bit up again with the weights. And just tuck a little bit tighter. Hollow out the navel. So pause in that extension, really important to pause there. If you're going really fast with these, the abs don't even have time to respond. They're slow responders. So keep it slow so that they have time. You could also go a little bit lower with the legs here if you wanted more of a challenge. Here's 3, 2. Now I keep the legs long on this last one. Bring the weights back in front of the chest here, so close to the chest. Lift head, neck, and shoulders. We're gonna come all the way up, half boat with those weights. Extend back to that little hollow hold, abs and tight. Here we go, 10 of these. So tuck up, extend, tuck up. A cheat that I see on this one is not coming fully down here. Come fully down. So everything except the upper back and shoulders is gonna be down to the floor again. If you don't do that, it is a cheat. We're not cheating these. We're not cheating anything. 4 more. Really think of tucking up and in. Here's 2. We're gonna stay up on this last one. Woo! Touch the feet down for just a second. You can drop the hips to the sides, give them a little release, but the more you're thinking of pulling up from the navel, the less that you're gonna feel it in the hips. Still is a hip flexion, so you will get a little bit. Final exercise here, 2 options. You can modify it with feet on the floor, toes either lifted or down, don't really care. Or you're gonna lift here, it's a Russian twist. So weights are together at the chest, I'll show you a couple of them and then you're gonna join in. It's just gonna be a twist, twist. Now, a little bit of troubleshooting with this one, sometimes what I see is just the chest doing like a big twisty motion like this. It'll get a little bit of the abs anyway, because they'll be pulled along for the ride. But to really target the abs, think of keeping the weights directly in front of the chest and keeping it small, purely twisting from the navel. So fight that urge to really like, woo, swing around, because it's not the abs then. That's not your abs doing it. So feet up or down, we're going for 20 of these. So twist, twist, shoulders back. Keep chest lifted. Chin off the chest for 10. Here's 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Drop the weights off to the side. So we'll give the hips a little bit of a release here, first things first. So soles of feet together, knees open wide. Just let them drop to either side. I don't know if you can see from there, but I've got the gnarliest blisters right now. My feet are massacred. They were massacred over the weekend. I wore a new pair of shoes. I didn't think they were going to be mega comfortable. I didn't think they would be as bad as they turned out to be either. Extend legs out long here, reach arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. But they were like leather, like loafers. So it's one of those things where like the first time with like stiff leather, it can take a bit of breaking in. And I think the best way of breaking in is to like wear socks, put them on at home, walk around at home with socks on before just like taking them out on a full excursion, but I just went for it like a crazy person. Flip over here, come to hands and knees, and now I'm suffering. I have like 6 blisters on either foot. So inhale, hollow, exhale, round, tuck in. Again, inhale, hollow, exhale, round. Press back to a child's pose here. So nice little stretch there. Arms just reaching out long. And then actually one that I really like for chest and shoulders as well as for the abs, keep the knees wide there. Keep the tailbone over the knees. Walk hands forward, keeping them at shoulder distance. And then press the chest down. Hello. That's a great morning stretch. So just pushing chest down. Hold there. And then shift forward. Come down to the elbows here. Little sphinx. So really pushing the chest up and through. Getting all the ab stretches. We'll take a twist with this as well. So bring the left arm in the center, reach right arm back. Make sure right hip doesn't lift like that. That's a cheat. Push back, so lift up out of that front arm. And release. Right arm comes into center, left hip bone stays down. Reach left arm back. Hold there. And release. If you want, you can take hands underneath the shoulders and press up through a full cobra. I love a cobra personally. I know it is not everybody's most favorite stretch, so don't feel like you have to do it. You could stay in the Sphinx. You could also keep a bend in the elbows there and keep it as a half cobra. And then go ahead, press back. You can sit back on the heels because that is us done with this one. So just lots of different ways to target the abs in every direction. I want to give you guys ideas because I know so often with abs we think like crunch, 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 crunch. And it's not the only way, and it's often not even the best way to work the abs. So hopefully this gave you some fresh ideas of how you can work your abs. Hopefully you're feeling them now. If you like this one, of course, hit that like button down below. If you didn't already, hit subscribe. I would love to see you back here for more workouts. And if you have any special requests or things that you especially enjoy, leave them down below in the comments. I will see you guys soon. Bye!